Right, so the next one is the Sabbath. Now, with the Sabbath, right, I'm not going to go into too much detail with regards to the importance of the Sabbath day, etc., because we've done that already, and we're going to do another study in great detail with Steve about the Sabbath, where we're going to look at a lot of evidence about the Sabbath. But for today, what I want to tackle is the this error, or this misconception that Paul says that the Sabbath, that the law of God, the moral law of God, was nailed to the cross. That's what I want to tackle today. But before we do that, we see in pretty much in three of the Gospels. So Matthew chapter 12:8, Jesus says, "For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath." Mark chapter 2:28, Christ says again, "Therefore the Son of Man is the Lord also of the Sabbath." And in Luke chapter 6:5, again Jesus says, "And he said unto them that the Son of Man is the Lord also of the Sabbath." So we see that Christ was the Sabbath, because Christ instituted the Sabbath at the beginning, when there was only Adam on earth, right? It was only man that was created. So before even marriage, Christ instituted Sabbath. Only one person was on the earth, and he instituted Sabbath. When we read that in Genesis chapter 2 from verse 1, we see in Genesis chapter 1, 6 day God created man, but we only see that in chapter 2, later on in chapter 2, that God creates woman as an helpmeet for Adam. But the Sabbath was instituted by Jesus Christ when there was only one person. So that misconception of that the Sabbath was for the Jewish nation is dead in the water, because it was not instituted when there was Israel as a nation. It was instituted when there was one man, and all man, every single human being, comes from the lineage of Adam. Even Gentiles, they all come from the lineage of Adam. So therefore the Sabbath was set up when our father of this world, which is when the first parent of this world, Adam, was created, the Sabbath was instituted. And that's why Jesus says the Son of Man is the Lord even of the Sabbath. And then we also see, which we had a look at when we were looking at our previous study at Jesus's trials, we saw that even in death, Jesus kept the Sabbath. We read in Desire Ages 7:5-1, "He himself did not go that day to paradise. He slept in the tomb. And on the morning of the resurrection, he said, I am not yet ascended to the Father." So Christ, when he was buried, kept the Sabbath day, which was the Saturday, right? He was buried in the Friday evening. He did not rise on Saturday. He could have. He did not. He kept the Sabbath. He then rose on the first day of the week, which is Sunday. Very important to understand this, brothers and sisters.